Okej. Dokładnie, Slipeł. Też tak uważam. Jest naprawdę taka... trochę inny klimat. Mimo tego, jak dużo jest gier właśnie... tych przygodówek, tak jednak nie ma za dużo, które są w tym klimacie prawdziwego kryminału. Trochę dziwne. Dobra, pogadajmy Di Conti, który się napierdoli zaraz. Będzie Disgonti.
Hello, Captain De Conti.
Hey, Constance. You're back on your feet again. Glad to see it.
Tak, Rurku, dokładnie.
What was your experience of last night?
Oh, terrible. Dinner was fantastic. Everyone was excited about having a pleasant drink under the stars. And then this.
You were in the saloon all night long.
As the captain, I have to care for my passengers. After you and the others rushed out, I tried to maintain a festive atmosphere. But when the alarm goes off, I lose the battle.
Okej, musimy ogarniać jakby kolejność wydarzeń. To będzie moment, gdzie ludzie podejrzani się pierdolną na pewno przez kolejność wydarzeń. Siemano, Przemo.
How was the Baroness?
She really surprised me. After she was so unapproachable at the reception and didn't show her face for the entire afternoon, I was afraid she was one of the bores and bourgeoisie. But then she arrived in the early evening in the best of moods. Already had a few, if you know what I mean.
Did she say anything to you?
She asked me where Legrand's cabin was. I told her, then invited her to come for drinks in the evening. I said it would be great fun. The whole ship will be there, and you don't want to miss that, I told her.
And then?
She seemed to like the idea. She smiled, and then left again for a few minutes. Then she came back and seemed very happy. We drank a toast to life.
Wróciła bardzo szczęśliwa od Legranda. Dobranoc, kun.
But at some point she didn't feel well anymore?
She overdid it a bit. She suddenly started to swoon.
Nagle.
She almost spilled her drink. I asked her if she wanted to rest for a moment in her cabin. At first, she didn't want to. She definitely wanted to stay in the saloon. But then she realized that she really did need to lie down. We left together. You know the rest of the story.
Is it possible to find out where the alarm was set off?
I'm afraid not. There are alarms all over the ship.
I saw that they're sealed. Can't we just check whether the seal is broken?
I'm afraid they're gonna be missing on a lot of alarms. You know, this is an old ship, and over the years...
So, you're saying that the alarms haven't been regularly maintained?
I'll inform the crew immediately.
Trochę dziwne, trochę dziwne.
Of course.
Ale załoga i tak powinna była wiedzieć, który jest jeszcze nieuruchomiony. Powinni poznać, moim zdaniem. Yo, Ferum. Katang, nie mamy takiej. Nie jesteśmy upośledzeni.
Did everyone drink from the same bottle of champagne last night?
There was more than one bottle, if that's what you mean. There were quite a few guests, and the event lasted several hours.
The last bottle of champagne, the one the Baroness drank from, did anyone else drink from it?
Certainly.
We have reason to believe that the champagne was drugged.
Incredible.
No tak,
Wouldn't that have made everyone drowsy?
Not if it was
dokładnie.
only the Baroness's glass that was drugged.
I see. That's possible. On a night like that, many glasses are filled and emptied. There are several stewards, many guests. No one keeps track of every glass and every bottle.
A few drops in a glass?
Yes, It's certainly possible.
The glass you handed me last night, where did you get it?
Ah, I understand. You think your glass was poisoned as well?
Did you pour it yourself?
No. I saw that you weren't doing so well and wanted to rescue the situation. I took the first available glass and I give it to you.
Czyli po baronowej się napiliśmy pewnie.
I hurry over to you, together with Dr. Gebhardt, who, of course, he had the glass in his hand. He was looking around for a place to set it down.
Faktycznie.
He could examine.
Faktycznie, tak chyba było.
I took it from him.
And gave it to me.
I'd like to apologize for that, but you look so worse for the wear, and I just wanted to comfort you. I didn't think of looking for a new glass for you.
So the doctor had the drugged glass in his hand.
I przypadkowo my go dostaliśmy.
What can you tell me about the passengers?
Oh, not that much, I'm afraid. I wanted to get to know them properly at the reception. In most cases, I just shook hands with them as they boarded the ship. There are a few regulars on board, and after dinner, I had a conversation with Mr. Kreutzer, a talented violinist, and Lady Westmacott. But you already know them from the train.
It seems like there aren't that many passengers on board.
These bloody airplanes are making our lives
Bloody airplanes!
Can you imagine? Grown men prefer to jam themselves into a narrow metal coffins instead of enjoying the fresh sea air on a ship.
It's all about saving time.
It shouldn't be about how much time it takes to get from A to B, but about how you spend that time. What you experience on the journey. That's what it's about.
I'll get back to my investigations now.
Ciao, Constable.
Ciao, Bella.
I shouldn't bother her until I have some news. Her mind is still razor sharp, and I'll need it to crack this case. I don't want to blunt it by using it too often.
Znaczy, no Katang, wiesz, powiedziałem na przerost, nie? Ale posiadanie wspólnej piosenki to jakby... We don't give a fuck wystarczająco na takie rzeczy. My jesteśmy razem, bo jesteśmy razem i nam jest dobrze być razem, a nie jakieś kurwa miesięcznice, pierdolone piosenki razem. Dla nas obojga to jest takie udawanie chuj wie czego. Momentami już.
Fresh ice and tongues.
Nasza piosenka to jest każda piosenka, której słuchamy sobie wspólnie w tym momencie i tyle. To są nasze piosenki. Kradnę ci szczypce, okej? Chuj ci w dupę.
I need this tool for a criminal investigation.
No, stay hydrated.
But bring the tongues back when you're done. Otherwise, I'll have cold fingers all day.
Oh. What a funny guy. Okay, czyli tu na razie nic więcej. Nie. Ta, dokładnie, Slipeł. Albo nie wiem, gościu raz zapomni, że to jest ich piosenka i będzie wielka kurwa tortura, że o mój Boże, przecież to jest nasza piosenka. Jezus. Nie no, czemu? Czemu go wyjebaliście? Byłem ciekaw, co mi powiedział. Guys. Ogień, stal i para. Neko para. Dokładnie. Jesteś mój na zawsze. Nie, nie, o mój Boże, nie. Od Hearthstone'a trzymam się z daleka. Ja już w ogóle ich nie szanuję. Przepraszam, jeżeli ty ich szanujesz. Ja ich po prostu nie szanuję. Powiedział, że cię kocha. Czyli dobrze. Pełna miłość, no. Love is in the air. Everywhere you look around. Kajuta Legranda, wejdź do kajuty.
No, I've slept enough.
A nie mogę zobaczyć kajuty doktorka? Okej, to zobaczmy Legranda. Kogo szanuje? Nikogo. Nie, są ludzie, których szanuję.
Constable?
About the tranquilizer.
Who gave you the glass of champagne?
It was Captain de Conti.
You're sure?
He doesn't deny it, but he also says that the glasses passed through many hands that night and that everyone had access to the champagne.
So
Dokładnie.
it could have been anyone.
Maybe the question isn't who
Tak.
put the poison in the glass, but rather who it was they wanted to poison.
Dokładnie.
Smart. And who were they trying to poison?
Dr. Gebhardt? The captain got the glass from him.
An unconscious ship's doctor. That sounds like it would be more use to a murderer than a drugged constable.
You think so? Did the murderer have reason to assume that his shot might not kill the victim immediately?
Nie o
and
to
that
chodzi.
Dr. Gebhardt would be able to save her.
You're right. That's improbable. My ego is just searching for reasons for them to want to kill her, and not me. Good job, Zelna.
Ale co jeżeli ten kieliszek też nie był dla doktora? Jeżeli doktor go tylko trzymał w ręku, bo jest powiązany z zabójcą i wiedział, że musi go trzymać, żeby go potem gdzieś wylać. Ale nie udało się, bo nagle ja się pojawiłem, potem jak ktoś mi jebnął rurą, kapitan spanikował, podszedł, zabrał kieliszek od doktora, który nie mógł odmówić, bo nie może przyznać się, że to jest zatrute, że wie, że to jest zatrute. I wtedy ja, niechcący, wypiłem to. Oj, slipę już jakiś czas. Kiepon, to oglądaj u mnie streamy albo wody.
About the bullet. Here it is.
Excellent. Give it to me. As I suspected, a 7.65 Parabellum Luger.
Don't you want to examine it in more detail?
When I have time. For now, though, we can assume that we had the murder weapon. There can't be too many antique Luger 08 pistols on board.
May I take a look at the Baroness's cabin?
We
Dokładnie.
already searched it.
Ale mogę ja?
Sure. But what about now, by daylight?
Yes, fine. It can't hurt.
Dzięki.
Here, take this with you.
Dzięki bardzo. Ja pierdolę, nareszcie.
I'll let you know if I find anything important.
Nareszcie
But
jakaś
only
kurwa
then,
współpraca
please. I'm
odrobinę.
very busy.
Of course.
A nie jak zwykle wypierdalaj. Znaczy, no Luger jest niemiecki, ale po wojnie wszędzie mogli to dorwać.
I suppose it was added during the war. A ship of this size wouldn't normally have a full medical center.
Po wojnie mogli wszędzie Lugerka dorwać. Dokładnie, ha, ha, ha. Mi też się przyjemnie właśnie teraz gra. I jakby jest taka troszkę bardziej skondensowana, trudno mi to jakby inaczej określić, ale jest mniej chodzenia, nic nie robienia? Jakby każda rozmowa jest ważna dla mnie? Bo każdego podejrzewam, może o to chodzi. W wielu tych grach spotykamy postacie, które nas nie interesują. Jakiś gościu opowiada nam, no jestem tutaj sprzątaczką w tym hotelu, którego nie zobaczysz więcej niż pół godziny w tej grze i dlatego nudne są rozmowy. A tutaj każdą rozmowę słucham i tak okej, kurwa mać, to mi się nie zgadza. Albo to coś mi tu nie pasi. A Slipeł? Spoko są, spoko są. Ja mam tutaj swój kufelek, ale i tak wolę normalnie tego Jak z puchy albo z butelki pijesz, nie ma tragedii. Czy będzie spy party? Jak mi kod wyślą?
There should be a ventilation shaft behind the hatch.
Oh.
Break in and out undetected. But we're on a ship. The ventilation shafts are very small here.
To tylko jakieś dziecko mogłoby się przecisnąć, bądź bardzo szczupła młoda kobieta? Na przykład? Lub nawet bardzo szczupły kamerdyner.
Another alarm. It was tripped at some point. The seal is broken. But there's no way of telling whether it happened yesterday or 5 years ago.
Zerknij na kurz oraz na rdze za szybką. Bo musi być różnica. Musi być różnica pomiędzy... I zobacz, czy jest szkło. Bo jeżeli jest świeżo zrobione, to pewnie szkło gdzieś leży. Bo stare szkło by wyczyścili.
The most unportable portmanteau I've ever seen.
Wait, portmanteau to jest szafa? Bo portmanteau to jest też jakby zwrot na przykład na słowo motel, gdzie łączysz motorway i hotel. Motel to jest portmanteau, kiedy dwa słowa łączysz w jedno. Tak, to są jakby teraz jeden już ukradli jeden już rubin i teraz przewozimy jakby drugi, jego taki bratni właśnie kamień szlachetny, szmaragd.
The notepad has the ship's emblem on it. I suppose all the first-class cabins have them.
Nie grałem właśnie w tego Welcome to the Game. Jakoś tak, nie wiem, wydaje mi się mało interesujące. Jak patrzyłem na to, wyglądało trochę jak takie za bardzo, kurwa, już mega streamer game. Wiesz, o co mi chodzi? Nigdy nie wiesz, kiedy ci doskoczą. Oh my god! I don't know. O! B. Kto może być B? Bobby jako Robert? Ale on nas nie lubi. Chyba że udaje, że nas nie lubi. Jakieś inne jeszcze małe symbole? Nie.
It says, Inspector, be in the saloon at 10 p.m. There is a murderer on board and I will expose him. B. The Baroness seems to have known the murderer, and that means that the Raven can't be the murderer. He never killed anybody.
Nie.
Never got the message. Otherwise, he'd have said something.
Nie, coś mi nie pasuje. Coś mi nie pasuje. Nie napisałaby tego takim czystym pismem po tym, jak była najebana. A jeżeli napisała to wcześniej, to musimy znaleźć teraz jej kamerdynera i ogarnąć, czy on zaniósł to, czy nie. Rafał, jest taka szansa.
The mannequin surely came with the cabin. A mannequin for the Baroness's clothes would have a more generous figure.
Thick. I nie wiem, czy baronowa podpisałaby się jako B. Bo ona jest baronowa von... von Trebitz. Myślicie, że baronowa podpisałaby się jako baronowa? Kinda weird, nie? Że baronowa podpisałaby się jako B. Ona by się podpisała von Trebitz. Bo jak ona... A jest na... Wiem, jakie ma na imię? Nie, nie wiemy. Coś tu nie pasuje. Coś tu nie pasuje.
A tape recorder. Must go with the built-in speakers. Probably part of the cabin's furnishings. The tape recorder is older than the hills, but it was once very expensive. Top of the range. And it doesn't come cheap.
Co, Katang? Gata kapeluto. Gata... Nie rozumiem chyba nic dowcipu. Sorry.
Strange. There's only one reel. And it's the wrong one.
Ktoś to zostawił specjalnie.
No sign of the original reel.
Jaki miałby powód, żeby zostawić tą...
made by Zeibling. I know the brand. Zeibling's tapes can be overwritten many times without losing quality. They're used in offices so that executives can record messages for the secretaries on the same tape over and over again. But they're not good for much else. They're robust, but they don't offer much in terms of sound quality.
Okej, Sleeper, powodzenia w tej podróży życzę.
A big, ugly and impractical vase. If it had a wider opening, one could at least use it as an umbrella stand.
Trochę ma racji. Taka nieporęczna. Hello!
Can't see anything. Wow, heavier than it looks.
Zbijemy to niechcący? Kurz?
Aha!
What? Bierze. Czyli ktoś...
Nothing special. Although, it seems like one of the feathers was scorched at the top.
Czyli ktoś użył poduszki jako tłumika.
I'd better take it with me.
Czyli my jednego strzału nie słyszeliśmy pewnie. Kiedy Gothic 2? O, nie wiem, stary, czy będę robić dwójeczkę. Czyli ktoś użył pewnie poduszki.
Is there anything else in there?
Jako tłumika. Mogę szczypcami, nie wiem, próbować?
Could work. There's something in there.
I? Resztka poduchy.
Someone stuffed this in the vase.
Resztka małej poduchy. Czyli baronowa była martwa już kiedy usłyszeliśmy wystrzał. A kto? A kto próbował się dostać do jej pokoju? Robercik. Siemano, Marcin. Tak więc Robert nadal podejrzany. Okej. Bagaż. O ja pierdolę, ta gra.
Apparently, the Baroness didn't have time to unpack her bags. Or rather, didn't have time to tell her butler to unpack them for her.
Albo on nie miał czasu tego zrobić, bo był zajęty mordowaniem jej?
Sifting through all that would take ages. But here,
Trzymaj się, Dee.
the Baroness's handbag. Aha.
What?
A small leather-bound book. 1964 is engraved on it. This must be the Baroness's diary.
A dzięki Slipeł za followka. Męczycie tego naszego animo bossa. Trochę go tam męczycie. Smyracie go.
Let's see. Yes, it's a diary, all right. Difficult to read.
Pewnie pisze jakimś, kurwa, jak to on mówił, staroniemieckim.
No entry from yesterday.
Bo najebana.
A brief, sober description of what she's done recently. Met Morris, arranged benefit concert for renovation of Louvre southeastern wing, Times photo shoot for Eye of Sphinx. BM, poor excuse for photographer.
BM?
Fidgety.
BM.
And so on.
Jakiś B. Był fotografem.
This entry looks strange. The handwriting is shaky.
O!
Difficult to read.
Najebana.
Dreamt of Bobby.
A może nie?
Yesterday would have been his birthday. Next week, Jay's.
Bubi i Jay. Nie nazwałaby... A może by myślała, że James używałaby cały czas tylko imienia swojego lokaja jako Jay? Może Bubi to był jej poprzedni?
Cosmetics, a handkerchief,
Lokaj?
spectacles case. Nothing special. The Baroness was a very busy woman, and it looks like she had to cope with loss. She writes about Bubby and Jay. Neither seem to be alive anymore. Almost every family lost loved ones in the war. Maybe hers as well.
A, i może dlatego na każdego lokaja mówi James.
I'll leave it there. I
Bo to
don't
był,
have
nie wiem,
time
może
to
jej
read all of it.
starszy syn, albo coś w tym stylu.
There's still blood on the mattress. The sheet and the blanket have already been removed. To analyze them, I suppose.
Taka mała plamka i tak w jednym miejscu tylko.
Nothing. The blood spot is the only sign that someone committed a crime in here. Somehow... That's odd. The blood is so red. Shouldn't it gradually darken in the air?
Faktycznie.
Turn brown?
Krew powinna Baronowa jest żywa! Nikt jej nie zabił.
The unusual color of the blood could be something that Legrand and Dr. Gebhardt missed last night. All cats are gray in the dark, as the saying goes. I should take a sample.
Ona jest żywa, tylko jest nieprzytomna, bo jest naćpana. I dlatego lekarz nie pozwala nam sprawdzać jej, bo on na przykład jej, kiedy niby ją badał i tak dalej, nawet ją mógł dalej dostrzykiwać jej coś, żeby poszła jeszcze bardziej w kimę grobszą. I możliwe, że to nie ją zabili, a kogoś innego nawet.
The unusual color of the blood could be something. All cats are gray in the dark.
Okej, jak możemy to zebrać? Okej, musimy znaleźć coś, co może to zebrać. Znaczy, wystrzał mógł być.
Something's under there. More feathers. And they're singed as well. I'll put them with the others.
Okej, jak możemy zebrać? krew.
The portholes face the side deck. If someone climbed out of the cabin through a porthole, Legrand and I would have seen them.
Dzięki, Kezi. Ten murzyn, ja zgaduję, że on dosłownie tylko chce się dostać do domu, do Egiptu z powrotem. Mówisz, szczypcami materiał wyrwać? Spróbujmy. Za chwilę zobaczymy, czekaj jeszcze raz. Czy coś jeszcze tu możemy... Tu... I dużo więcej nas już chyba nie podświetliło nam. Okej.
The portholes are locked. One cannot open or close them from outside. It's the same problem as with the door. If someone left the cabin through the porthole, how did they lock it? And the Baroness wasn't shot from outside. The doctor said she was shot at close range.
No i pamiętajmy, że ten gościu był w miarę szczupły. Możliwe, że on się jakoś wydostał górą. Może chciał ją okraść? Ona go zauważyła, zaczął spierdalać? Coś takiego? Who knows? Broda ma jakieś już 1,5 roku spokojnie.
The unusual color all...
Zobaczmy, czy możemy zabrać próbkę. Nie tak, nie możemy. Pierzami nie... Wszystko zobaczę.
The unusual all...
Zgaduję, że nie mamy czegoś, co jest jeszcze nam potrzebne, żeby zebrać plamę krwi. O!
Better not. The pillowcase is evidence. I shouldn't smear blood on it.
Okej, true, zgadzam się. Czyli na razie nie mamy przedmiotu, który jest nam potrzebny chyba. Możemy szafę otworzyć. Ulala!
A portable bar is more like it. This big heavy thing halfway around the globe. And the Baroness was lucky that the other freight cars were only lightly damaged by the explosion.
Zara. A więc jeżeli ona wozi pełną szafę alkoholi ze sobą, to na pewno była otruta. Nie ma szans, żeby ten kieliszek nie był dla niej. Wiedzieli, że ona może dużo wypić i musieli ją otruć.
An impressive piece, but I don't think it'll get me anywhere with the murder investigations.
Obraz jeszcze.
Sunflowers. By Van Gogh, I presume.
Oh, right.
He liked to paint that sort of thing. Can't be an original. They cost thousands of francs.
1000 franków? Ojojo, 1000 franków, panie.
I can't say why, and it seems impossible, but something tells me that the murderer entered and left the cabin through the door. The only question is how.
Doprawdy tak uważasz?
The door frame was damaged when Dr. Gebhardt kicked it in. The real question is, why was the door locked in the first place?
True.
Assuming the murderer isn't a magician, and the Baroness locked the door herself before she went to bed, the murderer couldn't have left the cabin through the door. So, the murderer must have still been in here when Dr. Gebhardt kicked the door in. Which is unlikely because someone would have seen him, or he found another way out of the cabin.
Okej. Dorian, nie. Ej, czasami odpisuję, chuj ci w dupę. Slipę nie mam pojęcia, o co kaman. Dobranoc, Kazi. O, jest i on! Najbardziej podejrzana osoba jak na razie.
The Baroness's butler looks like he didn't get much sleep. I would describe his facial expression as worried. Hello, Mr. Inch.
Oh, Constable, hello.
You look the worse for wear. It must be terrible for you.
Quite terrible. No one will hire me now.
Excuse me?
My mistress was murdered. Would you hire a butler who's been mixed up in a murder?
But if it turns out that you're not guilty...
If. But what if not? Who else would they blame? There are no gardeners on this ship.
I understand your problem. Under these circumstances, I'm sure you'd answer some questions that could help clear your name, wouldn't you?
Of course.
Of course.
Did you notice anything suspicious last night?
No, sir. After the Baroness went to the saloon, I went to the forecastle. I was there until the alarm went off. I went to the side deck and arrived shortly after Professor Lucien and Miss Miller. We found you and Inspector Legrand there. You were unconscious, and the inspector asked us to take care of you.
Doprawdy.
Did you hear the gunshot?
No, just the alarm, sir.
You said you were on the forecastle. It sounded like the Baroness let you have the rest of the night off.
Not entirely, sir. One of the crew informed me that the Baroness wanted to be roused at 9:45.
Right.
Tak.
Why was that?
I suppose that she wanted to toast the success of the journey with the captain and the other passengers.
She hadn't intended to take a nap then.
That was not her way, sir. She had a lot of spirit, shall we say, when it came to social engagements and a glass or two of champagne.
The Baroness's cabin seems to have been ransacked.
Indeed, sir, by the Baroness herself.
Really?
She was searching for something the entire afternoon.
And
Klucza?
did she find it?
I think she did, sir, yes. She was in high spirits when she finally left her cabin.
You wouldn't happen to know what she was looking for, would you?
I'm afraid not.
Ale już była happy jak wychodziła z kabiny. Ja bym myślał, że ona będzie happy dopiero, bo była wkurwiona, nie mogła znaleźć klucza, znalazł ten klucz Legrand, ona poszła do niego i dlatego była bardzo happy, bo się okazało, że klucza nie zgubiła, tylko on go ma. Tak mi się wydaje. Zaku, jasne. Jak będziesz miał więcej jakby detali, napisz mi nawet to na maila, na fanmaila tam a propos niby fanartów, ale tam napisz i tam będziemy mogli się, będzie to zapisane jakby co. Można w jedną noc nią zrobić. Okej, okej. Czy whisky? Czasami, czasami. Nie, ja mówiłem żółty. Żółty magiczny guziczek mówiłem.
Would you describe the Baroness as orderly?
Well, she always had a lot of responsibilities, sir.
That doesn't answer my question.
She used to take a lot of luggage on journeys, and I helped her keep track of it as best I could. She was always very angry when she couldn't find something.
What about the photos and the documents I saw in her cabin?
I really don't know. They were out of bounds to me, sir. Memories from the war, I'd say. They meant a lot.
On nosił jej bagaże. To on mógł klucz podpierdolić w trakcie przenoszenia.
The Baroness seemed to be pretty drunk the last time I saw her.
Is that so?
Does that surprise you? Did the Baroness not drink?
Oh, yes, she drank. It was no
Ale nigdy nie była najebana,
I
prawda?
understand.
Miała mocną głowę.
How serious was her habit?
serious enough, sir.
Was she under any medical supervision?
Certainly not, sir. She adamantly refused to see a doctor. Like so many elderly women, she had a distinct aversion to hospitals and the like.
I know! I know! Ten lek nie miał jej zabić. Ona umarła przez przypadek, bo miała cukrzycę, nadwagę i inne ogólnie problemy zdrowotne. I to, co miało tylko ją odurzyć, ją zabiło. Ona nie miała umrzeć. To był przypadek, że ona umarła. I dlatego mieliśmy taką zagmatwaną akcję, bo to było szybko, na spontanie robiony plan. To, że ona umarła, nie było w planie.
How long had you worked for the Baroness?
6 months, sir.
Only 6 months. I always thought that butlers stayed with their employers for decades.
Those decades have to start at some point.
Nie, ona miała stracić przytomność, chcieli jej ukraść klucz, ale kiedy umarła, uznali, że muszą to zmienić, bo nie chcą, żeby poszło na szklankę z szampanem.
May I ask what happened to your arm?
A souvenir from the war, sir.
Doesn't it hinder your work?
Yes, sir. Obviously.
I didn't mean to offend you.
The Baroness had a soft spot for disabled veterans. I think she'd been through a lot herself.
I think that's all for now.
Please, sir, find the murderer. You have to clear me of all suspicion.
The globe nicely shows that 4/5 of the Earth's surface is covered by water. Looking out the window, I'd call that an understatement.
No, coś tam z jego ręką jest dodatkowo jeszcze, bo jeżeli to było w trakcie wojny, to by się przyzwyczaił już do tego pewnie.
I shouldn't... Her mind... I'm sure Captain DeConti wouldn't...
Okej. Tu coś nowego się dzieje. I gdzie jest blondyna?
No, Jacob. Business before pleasure.
Gdzie jest też blondyna? Zobaczmy Kubrick. Jego musimy jakoś odurzyć. Na pewno.
What's going on?
The Raven just flew by.
What?
Or at least, he might as well have.
I wasn't asleep.
I understand. It was just a ruse. Any conclusions about our young stowaway?
He's a bit suspicious, foreign and whatnot.
I see. Did he act suspiciously in any way?
No. The shot surprised him as much as it did me. Looked in on him earlier. Still seems to be asleep.
Covered with a blanket from head to toe?
Aha, he's still in there. I poked him.
Dźgnąłeś go?
What do you think? What happened here last night?
Poke.
The Raven broke into the Baroness's cabin. She surprised him, and he shot her.
Nie.
What was he looking for in her cabin?
Nie była w stanie go zaskoczyć.
She was a rich woman.
He didn't want to steal her purse. He wanted the third key.
So
Była nieprzytomna.
So told you about that.
Why did he lock the door?
Why not?
From inside? An impressive trick.
I'm not saying I know how he did it. I'm just saying that it was him.
Why didn't he leave a raven feather?
Are you serious? We'd have suspected him straight away.
But fortunately, we still did.
No właśnie. Jaki był
Let's
sens?
assume that the old Raven really has returned and that he really is responsible for all this. Who is he? Or she?
Oh, could be anyone. No one's ever seen the Raven.
He could also be paying someone else to do his dirty work.
Well, of course. It's a fact that he used to work with partners. They even arrested some of his accomplices.
But no one could ever identify the Raven himself. Some claims that they didn't even know that they were working for him. Fascinating. He could have hired someone with financial difficulties to set off the alarm at a certain time without that person
Jak na
knowing
przykład tego
why they
murzynka.
were doing it.
The man Legrand shot back then, he was a famous safecracker. He could just as well have been a henchman.
Or the real Raven. There's probably no better cover for a big thief than acting like a small one.
Maybe, maybe.
May I go downstairs and have a couple of words with our guest?
No, you may not.
Come
Okay.
again?
Inspector Legrand wants to conduct all the interrogations himself.
I'm sure he'll understand if I form my own conclusions.
He ordered me to guard the door, and that's just what I'm gonna do.
Okej,
How
okej.
about a bit of individual initiative?
How about letting a man do his job? Or do you think you'd be better at it?
I don't want to
Probably.
keep you from your duties any longer.
Probably.
Good idea.
Zajebisty stróż.
I have to talk to the young even though he was already under arrest at the time of the shot. He may have noticed something before. And what about the other gunshot?
Dokładnie.
Could the second missing bullet from the murder weapon be stuck down there in one of the wooden crates? If I want to get into the cargo hold, I'll have to get rid of the constable first. He won't let me talk to our young friend.
Okej, okej. Nie, bo jak otworzymy drzwi, to się obudzi, bo to jest tylko taka, wiesz, taka dżemka jednym okiem, nie? Musimy go porządnie uśpić. On się w chuj stresuje. Aż tak bardzo,
The
że
death
aż...
of his mistress doesn't really bother Inch. He's only worried about his own future.
Ktoś mu zapłacił za to i on się boi, że teraz to mu się beknie. Odbije mu się źle ta współpraca.
A singed pillowcase is proof that there must have been a second gunshot.
Ja nie kliknąłem. On sam tu wla...
Spectre?
Co on robi? Coś ćpa? Coś ćpa.
Can't you knock?
I didn't realize.
patrz?
I'm really...
I'm not getting anywhere. I'm going to question each passenger individually. Anyone without an airtight alibi will be checked for gunshot residue.
But Inspector...
People trip up when you put pressure on them, Constable Zellner. The Raven is nervous. He's changed his methodology and become a murderer.
Niekoniecznie właśnie.
I'll see it in his eyes. After you.
But Inspector Legrand... We have no proof that the Raven and the murderer are the same person.
You may not know it, but I do. I will catch him with or without your help.
Potrzebujesz drzemki. Powaga.
I don't believe it. What's gotten into him? Ah, well. It makes no sense to tell him about my theories if his opinion is already set. I need evidence. Or better yet, the murderer. I also need his lab if I'm going to get anywhere. I need to get in there somehow. And I really need to talk to the stowaway. He may have information, and the inspector will just ignore him, since he's too young to be the Raven.
Siemano, Szelin.
Legrand locked the door.
A to kutas.
The lock isn't especially secure. If I had a wire or something like that, I could probably pick it.
Szukamy druta. Mamy druta? Nie mamy druta. Mamy szpulę. No, ale no dobra. Szkoda zmarnować to, co jest nagrane. True. Okej. Ale te szpule były na drutach przecież. Bo to jest ta stara technologia, nie? To jest ta drucianka jeszcze. Ta, to jest drucianka chyba. To nie jest taśmówka jeszcze chyba. Niemcy mieli bardzo długo technologię właśnie na drutach robioną. Nie mogę zrobić podglądu. Saibling. Nie wiem, czy Saibling robił drutową. Nie, to jest po II wojnie. To jest 64. Ale pamiętajmy, że prywatne rzeczy takie często były bardzo długo na szpulach, robione drutowych nawet. Zwłaszcza w Niemczech, pamiętajcie. Dobra, ale musimy tak, znaleźć wejście do biura Legranda.
Mr. Kreutzer, come on, you have to give me a bit more. You're the only one who was on the train and who has no alibi for last night.
As I said, I was in my cabin.
Are you sure that it was your cabin and not the Baroness's?
Legrand will question the guests, one after another. But if he doesn't get the answers that he wants to hear, it could become unpleasant for them.
True.
Lady Westmacott, may I bother you for a moment?
By all means, Mr. Zellner.
How is the questioning going?
Are you implying that I'm an eavesdropper? The inspector is placing a lot of pressure on our dear Mr. Kreutzer. He's the only one who was on the train and who doesn't have an alibi for last night.
Perhaps. But him? A murderer?
I know people like him. He doesn't have enough backbone to kill someone in cold blood and remain so calm. He'd turn it into a drama and then a farce. Drink himself insensible and then, railing at fate, pitch himself into the sea.
True.
Forget him. Legrand is wasting his time. Mr. Kreutzer just happens to be a perfect fit for the inspector's image of the Raven.
Dokładnie.
Cultured, moves among the rich and famous.
I'll eat his violin if he's the Raven or the murderer.
I have to be going, Lady Westmacott.
Please keep me informed,
Lubię ją.
Constable Zellner.
Of course.
Kto mógł się przedostać przez ten szyb wentylacyjny? Dziecko! Matt! Oh my god, no! Dobranoc, Kotaru.
Mr. Kreutzer clearly feels uneasy. But does Legrand actually think he's the Raven? Legrand is absorbed in the interrogation. He still seems pretty annoyed. The violinist seems to be bearing the brunt of it. Mr. Kreutzer clearly...
Nic nowego. O! Jest Lalunia! Jest i Lala. Siema maleńka.
Miss Mayers seems to have found an opportunity to do nothing.
Ja zgaduję, że ona przez całe życie nie robi nic. Takie fajne czasy, nie? Zresztą to jest do dzisiaj. Jak się urodzisz bogaty, to będziesz bogaty. Się opierdalasz i tyle. Kiedyś jeszcze bardziej.
Captain DeConti seems old and tired. The price you pay for a life like his, I suppose.
On się wydaje dziwnie zestresowany, tak rąsia tu, rąsia tam, rąsia tu, rąsia tam.
I'm sure Captain DeConti wouldn't.
Dobra, nie gadamy z tym kantem, pogadajmy z tym kantem.
Hello, Miss Mayers.
Ale ujęcie.
Hello.
O, oj, kapelusz dyga.
Constable Zellner. Do you think it's appropriate to go sunbathing in a situation like this?
Dude, she doesn't give a fuck.
A woman was murdered last night.
If refusing to sunbathe could bring the dead back to life, I'd go back to my cabin immediately.
Dude, ona w życiu nie myślała o nikim innym niż o sobie. Ani razu nie pomyślała o nikim innym.
Did you hear or see anything suspicious last night?
No, I didn't feel very well last night. I went to bed early.
Nie wierzę ci.
You're feeling better this morning?
Thanks for asking.
Czemu czułaś się źle? To także nie wyglądałaś. Napiłaś się szampana może?
I'm sure your parents are truly sorry that they can't be with you at this difficult time.
Maybe. But I'm not a little girl anymore. And thinking about my fiancé keeps me going.
I ja. To jest goal. To jest goal.
Yes. My boyfriend and I got engaged right before the trip. I want to surprise my parents, especially my dad.
I'm sure he'll be very
To jest
surprised.
goal.
But what will you do if your father doesn't agree to the engagement?
What choice does he have when he put me on this boat full of thieves and murderers in the first place?
Charming. Enjoy the sun, Miss Mayers, and don't let us disturb you.
If you're trying to make me feel guilty, Constable, it's not working.
To jest goal, która próbuje udawać amerykański akcent i średnio jej to wychodzi. Średnio jej to wychodzi. I am American!
Miss Mayers doesn't really seem to be much help in my investigations. She's probably too busy thinking about her fiancé.
Ciekawe, kto jest jej fiancé. Ło! Kant wrócił tutaj.
I'm sure Captain DeConti will...
Wait, czemu nagle wrócił tutaj? Coś zostawił po sobie? Nie, to czemu nagle pojawił się tam? To było trochę dziwne, że się pojawił tu na chwilę. Okej. No, laska ma taki głos, nie oszukujmy się. Posh.
Excellent.
Young posh bitch.
That's just what I needed.
I zaraz znowu zawał. Co my tu mamy?
English ham and eggs. One advantage on an international trip is the international breakfast. Many of my fellow countrymen think it's outrageous to eat fried bacon, sausages, or anything heavy for breakfast.
Szwajcarzy.
I, on the other hand, think ham and eggs are the only worthwhile contribution the English have made to international cuisine.
Zgadzam się. Zgadzam się z nim. Totalnie się zgadzam z nim.
It's not fair. There's a magnificent buffet, but I don't have an appetite. Maybe a side effect of the tranquilizer.
To musimy też patrzeć, kto nie ma apetytu poza nami. Okej. Where now? Potrzebujemy klucza, kawałku druta.
The death of his mistress doesn't...
Co jeszcze nam się może przydać? Boczek też, no come on, no bacon zajebisty, wiadomo. Ja kupuję taki cienki wędzony już. Wolę wędzony od surowego i on tak się fajnie właśnie robi na bacon typowy. Takie chrupkie się robią. Good shit. Tu nie znajdę żadnego drutu. Łóżko. I tylko tyle już zostało. A tu tylko drzwi? Tylko drzwi już zostały. Jagodowe były... Chyba Lucky Strike'i właśnie, tak. Sam kiedyś się paliłem. One smakowały jak Winter Fresh. Ten fioletowy. Tu nic więcej. Okay. Oj no... Ej, myśleć o jedzonku mogę zawsze. Nie od razu oznacza, że muszę wpierdalać. Jest i gówniarz! Przyznaj się, skurwysynu! To ty ją zabiłeś!
Matt is keeping himself busy with that strange game. He seems to be okay again, but I think he'd be running around all over the place if he'd really come to terms with what happened on the train.
Przyznaj się.
Hello there, partner.
Hi.
Are you all right?
Uh-huh.
Jak leci?
Have you recovered from our adventure?
Mm-hmm. Mr. Zellner.
Hmm?
What's going on?
What do you mean?
Everybody's acting so strange. And there's tape across that door. I saw that in a movie once.
You don't have to be worried.
Is it about the man from the train?
It might be about the thief, yes.
Haven't you caught him yet?
I'm working
Jeszcze
on
nie.
it.
Okay.
I heard you and your mom used to argue a lot.
We did. Everything was bad. The house, school, the other kids. We didn't have much money.
A może to ty byłeś nie tak?
You do know that your mother would love to have been with you, don't you? She had to go out to work to earn money.
She wouldn't have had to if Dad were still around.
And how do you get along with her now?
I'm always happy when we do something together on vacation. She has more time for me now, and I like my boarding school. I have lots of friends, and the teachers aren't so bad.
Your mother and Professor Lucien seem to be on very good terms
Dokładnie.
with each other. Don't you like him?
Co tam się dzieje?
Don't know.
He seems to be very nice.
Ale...
Guess.
Młody, mów prawdę, dzieci są bardzo spostrzegawcze. Mów, co o nim sądzisz.
Lady Westmacott is all by herself in the saloon. Maybe you'd like to visit her later.
Sure, the lady tells exciting stories.
I know. She's my favorite writer.
She told me that it's not much fun to write detective novels. She'd rather write something else, but her fans always want the same thing.
They made her rich and famous.
I told her to write what she wants to write. If it's good, someone will buy it. And if not, at least she had fun writing it.
True.
Then she smiled and nodded. She said it was a good idea.
What are you playing there?
I'm playing shuffleboard.
Ja
At least
ona
I'm
ma.
trying to.
Never played it before.
It's easy. Professor Lucien explained it to me.
And who won?
We didn't play.
You didn't want to play with him, did you? Do you want to play a game with me?
Sure.
I think you'll have to explain the rules to me first.
Okay, you play with the blue pucks and I play with the red ones. You have to push the pucks with this stick into the zone over there and score as many points as possible.
Sounds easy. How many pucks do I have?
6. Now here comes the kicker. First it's your turn, then mine, and so on. But everyone is allowed to shoot the other
Trochę jak
person's pucks out of the
kulki
zone.
albo bolsy, znaczy te bolsy, karlingi.
Then let's get started.
Oh yeah. What are we playing for?
I thought we'd just play for fun.
That's boring. We have to bet something. Otherwise it isn't fun.
You
Oh my god.
English people.
Ja to zjebie i nie zapisałem przed rozmową z nim.
And you?
I don't want to gamble.
How about ice cream in Cairo?
Okej.
If I win, I get the slingshot. If I lose, I get an ice cream in Cairo.
Hey! Never try to cheat Matt Miller. So, what do you say? Ice cream versus slingshot?
Jak to nijak ma się do curlingu?
The games begin.
Masz coś, co popychasz do przodu i możesz wybić przeciwnika z rejonu punktowego. Jak to się nie ma do curlingu?
Rats.
Haha, I win. That's one ice cream for me.
You've been practicing.
Okej, nie wiem czy widzieliście. Nie udało mi się rozpocząć gry i potem robiliśmy po prostu pociąg naszych krążków. I tak naprawdę nie przegrałem z nim. Mieliśmy remis 0-0, bo ja nie wiedziałem jak grać w to, bo gra nie pokazała jak się gra. Mój pierwszy krążek został w miejscu praktycznie. Młody uderzył go od tyłu i po prostu zrobiliśmy łańcuszek do prawie minus 10, ale ja potem moje zacząłem na boki miotać. Nie dobiłem do minus 10, obaj mieliśmy po 0 punktów. Gra uznała, że przegrałem.
This time I'll win.
Nah, I doubt that.
Teraz spróbujmy zagrać. Za mocno, okej. Ależ maciarz jebany, kurwa, gnojek pierdolony. 9? Thank you. Chujek mały. O, prawie. O, ty szmato pierdolona. Ups. To jest 9 pewnie. Nie, fuck you. Wypierdalaj. O! Ideolo, ideolo. O ty! Gnido. Idź w chuj! Kurwa. Oh my god, you dick! You dick!
Oh.
I win again. That's enough.
One more time!
Nah.
Fucking twat. Oh, you serious, mate? Pierdolaj! Pierdolaj! Okej, 5-5. Spróbujmy na dychę uderzyć. Gdzieś tu? Too hard. Jest tak mała różnica. To gdzieś tu będzie? Ten piksel? O! Nie zaliczyło! Fucker. Nawet dycha mi już nie pomoże. Gdzieś tu? Nie. Mniej. Gdzieś tu? Za mało! Holy shit! Koniec. Jebany.
Oh.
I win. That's enough.
This time.
Nah.
Kurwa mać! Ta gra jest... Ta gra oszukuje. Ta gra oszukuje! Okej. Remis. What? Czemu on nie ma punktów za to? What the hell? 9 to chciałem właśnie. Teraz wybije mnie. Ale gnojek, ale pierdolona szmata. O ty chuju, o ty jebany. O ty dziwko. Oh no. Oh no. To nie jest dycha. Kurwa mać.
That's it.
Oh, man.
The athlete wins the day.
Kurwa.
One more time.
Nie.
No, that's enough for me.
All right. Here.
Are you
Dawaj procek gnoju.
Gambling debts are debts of honor.
I'll give it back to you when I don't need it anymore, okay?
Okay. But make sure my mom doesn't catch you with it. She thinks it's dangerous.
Kurwa mać, oszukista mały rudy jebany. Idę się odleć. Raz wystarczy! Cicho, Kobi, raz wystarczy, nie gram więcej. Okej. Znowu wyjebało streama, okej. Nie wiem, czy to jest, to nie jest chyba ani Twitch, ani u mnie net, tylko problemy jakby z serwerami niektórymi. Znaczy no wiadomo, to się wiąże z Twitchem, ale mam na myśli, że chyba po prostu serwerami się, bo strona mi działa cały czas. Dobra. Mamy proce gnidy.
I'll let him play for now.
Okej, pogadajmy z nimi, bo to jest podejrzane, że oni się kumplują.
Miss Miller and the professor are talking intensely. She seems pretty relaxed by her standards.
Chichra się i w ogóle coś tu jest nie tak.
Good morning, Miss Miller. Professor Lucien?
Constable Zellner, how are you? I heard you passed out last night.
Well, not quite. I was poisoned.
Oh.
U mnie wyjebało streama też, na chwilę.
Who do you mean by that wretch?
That stowaway. That new raven.
The young man can't be the murderer.
Dokładnie.
Constable Oliver had already apprehended him when the shot was fired.
You mean...
Whoever killed the Baroness is still on the loose.
Yep.
I think I should take my leave. I'd like to rest for a while.
Wait, what?
One last question, Professor.
Serio?
The safe in Legrand's cabin can only be opened with 3 keys. Am I right?
That's correct. We sent the first to Monsieur Mokhtar of the Egyptian Museum via air freight. I have one, and the inspector has the other.
Masz
But
drugi?
it was originally planned that someone else should carry the 3rd key, right?
You are well informed, Constable. Baroness von Trebitz should have had it. But then there were concerns.
Co?
And for that reason, Inspector Legrand took it himself.
Was that his idea?
Well, yes, you could say that. I want to go back to my cabin. I'll see you later, Mary.
Oh, of course.
Wait.
See you later.
Objection! Czy przypadkiem w porcie nie było powiedziane, że Legrand znalazł klucz i uznał, że on przytrzyma go, bo baronowa jest bardzo właśnie jakby nieogarnięta i może go zgubić? Dokładnie, Mateusz, dokładnie. I nagle teraz się dogadali, że Legrand będzie miał klucz?
I didn't want to interrupt your conversation with Professor Lucien so abruptly.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
Learning that there's still a burglar on board seemed to frighten him.
He was so relaxed the whole time, and then...
And then the stupid Swiss constable came by and made him anxious.
Dokładnie.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
No matter. I'm sure he'll calm down and come back soon enough. May I ask you a few questions?
Of course.
How is Matt? He seems happy enough.
After all the commotion, he's already back to his old self again. But I haven't told him about the murder. That would be a bit too much for him.
I think he's made of sterner stuff.
I want to thank you again for what you did on the train. I wouldn't have known...
Everything's fine. Think nothing of it. How was last night for you?
It was awful. I was having a conversation with Edgar, Professor Lucien, here on the forecastle. Then I wanted to look for the lady and went forward via the side deck.
Tutaj
When I
było.
passed the Baroness's cabin, I heard a muffled scream.
You heard a scream?
Stłumiony
Yes.
krzyk.
I thought the Baroness probably had a fall. I went to the door and listened for a moment. Since I couldn't hear anything, I knocked on the door and asked whether she was all right. There was no answer.
Wtedy mógł być strzał.
And then?
I didn't know what to do, so I tried to open the door. It was locked. I saw the Baroness's butler, Mr. Inch, on the forecastle. I thought he might have the key and went back. On the way, the bobby crossed my path, and then Edgar, who wanted to check the safe. I explained the situation to him, and then the alarm went off.
O ja pierdolę. Czyli mijał ją... Lucien ją minął. Oh my god, okay.
How did the scream sound?
It was a short outcry, very frightened, as if someone had been startled.
Was it a woman's voice?
Czyli
Yes,
tylko...
the voice was high.
Tylko coś takiego.
It could have been a scream from the Baroness. Possibly because she discovered someone in her cabin.
I potem poduszka na
That
ryj i
person
strzał.
might have threatened her with a weapon, so that she wouldn't scream for help.
Oh, God.
He waited until the coast was clear.
Oh, please, stop it, Mr. Zellner.
The Baroness's butler said that he was on the forecastle as well.
Yes, he was standing on the other side of the deck smoking a cigarette.
Was he on the forecastle the whole time?
I'm not sure. He was there, and later he was on the side deck with us. Oh, yes, he looked after you while you were unconscious. He
Kłamiesz.
unbuttoned your collar and held your head while the doctor checked you.
Znaczy w to
But
wierzę.
you can't say for certain whether he came from the forecastle with you and Professor Lucien, or afterwards.
Well, no. But where else could he have come from?
Did you report that
O
to
kurwa,
Inspector
ale to się robi
Legrand?
skomplikowane.
Yes, last night. He was very interested and took a lot of notes. But I wanted to look for Lady Westmacott, and he let me go without further delay. He said that he'd take down my full statement today.
I understand.
Do you think the man from the train also killed the Baroness,
Nie.
Constable Zellner?
I don't know yet.
It's horrible. Explosions, thieves, murderers. This isn't the right place for a lady and a little boy.
Nie jesteś lady. Jesteś służącą.
You and Professor Lucien seem to be having a lively conversation.
Oh, yes. He's an expert in ancient Egyptian art and preeminent in hieroglyphic research. He's the head of the Egyptian department in the British Museum, you know. And he's going to open an exhibition at the Egyptian Museum in Cairo.
Right. For the eye.
They had planned on exhibiting both jewels together for the first time in decades, but that's not going to happen now, sadly. I think it's quite upsetting for him.
We're working hard to ensure that at least one eye will be on display.
I know. I'll ask Lady Westmacott if she'd like to participate in the opening of the exhibition. I think it would be good for her.
And Professor Lucien will surely offer you a private tour. You're American, aren't you?
That's correct.
And you moved to England because of the job?
I lived in England before. During the Second World War, I volunteered. I worked in a pharmacy on a US base north of London.
In a pharmacy? Interesting.
Well, it was the war and everyone was sent where they could help best.
Please, go on, Mrs. Miller.
After the war, I studied music in London. I met my husband there. We married and went back to the States together.
He was also American?
No, English. But he said he had problems with his family and he wanted to be as far from them as possible.
And you gave up your studies for him?
A jak się nazywał?
Yes, I did.
Być może coś na B bądź na J?
Life as a single mother couldn't have been easy.
It was pretty tough then. I worked from morning till night and it was still only enough for the bare necessities. And I couldn't give Matt all the attention he needed.
And then Lady Westmacott entered your life.
It was like an angel appeared to me. She must have offered me the position out of pity. I had no experience as a carer. She made me a generous offer. I couldn't believe it. And she really adores Matt. She's offered him a good education, and now he has every opportunity in life.
An almost unbelievable story.
I'm still afraid that it's a dream and that I'll wake up one day.
A, to kurwa będzie koszmar zaraz jakiś.
How does it feel to work for such a world-famous person?
The work is very interesting and varied, and it pays well too.
You are very lucky that the lady offered the position to you.
I just hope she won't change her mind one day. What would become of Matt's education then? I really make an effort to measure up to Lady Westmacott's expectations, but sometimes I feel like I fall short.
Lady Westmacott couldn't
Czyli
ask
boisz
for a
się
better
o
companion.
to.
I'm saving up as much money as I can all the same. I'd do anything so that Matt doesn't have to give up his new life.
Wszystko? Masz na myśli, że zrobiłabyś wszystko, żeby tylko Matt, żeby było cię stać na jego edukację. Wszystko powiadasz.
Lady Westmacott dropped a hint on the train that she killed her hero, Partout. What did she mean by that?
Oh, she must have meant the manuscript.
Manuscript?
She always takes it with her. It's an unpublished Partout novel. I once asked her why she never published it. She said that according to her will, the novel's only to be published after her death.
And in it, Partout will be killed?
Maybe. I've never read it. No one has. You'd better ask her yourself.
Tak, Rurku. Dla dziecka byłaby zdolna. Spójrz na nią. Myślisz, że ona nie zrobiłaby wszystkiego dla dziecka? Zobacz, jaka blada jest. O, coś jest nie tak.
If you worked in a pharmacy, you would certainly know something about medicines and poisons.
Everything is a potential poison, Constable. It depends on the dose.
Have you ever heard of chloral hydrate?
It's a tranquilizer, isn't it?
I'm asking you.
Well, Lady Westmacott also asked questions like that for her last novel. But since I've never wanted to kill anyone, I never bothered with things like strychnine and arsenic and all that. I could recommend something for a headache, a sore throat, or a rash.
That's kind of you, but there's really no need. I'll be seeing you, Miss Miller.
Constable?
A więc Lady Westmacott pytała się o tą substancję. Może faktycznie jej ostatnia opowieść, ona próbuje sprawić, żeby niemalże jej ostatnia opowieść była bazowana na sytuacji prawdziwej, tylko robi to w odwrotny sposób. Najpierw napisała i teraz kombinuje, żeby tak się działo, właśnie tak się działa ta zbrodnia. Okej, mamy kamyczki, mamy proce. Coś będziemy mogli zastrzelić. Ale to jest dobry moment na teraz przerwanie sytuacji, bo mi zaraz słuchawki padną, a bez nich nie pojadę dalej. Także zapisujemy grę. I uciekamy. Dobra. Ej, podoba mi się ta gra, bo ona w przeciwieństwie właśnie do wielu tych przygodówek sprawia u mnie, że rozkminiam jakby każdy dialog, bo często właśnie było w tych grach, że nagle człowiek wiedział, że dialogi często nie mają jakby znaczenia dalszego już potem, bo i tak tej osoby nie zobaczę później. A tu jest takie wrażenie, że jednak każdy dialog ma pewne znaczenie. Według mnie właśnie dużym plusem jest to, że są te same postacie i jakby cały czas mamy tą samą sprawę i dzięki temu jakby rozkminiam więcej rzeczy. Kiedy w Syberii ten gościu opowiadał mi o tym, w tej fabryce na przykład, jak to była ta śpiewaczka operowa, słuchałem go, ale nie aż tak uważnie jak tutaj. Ale przy tej grze faktycznie patrzę na każdy dialog. Widzisz, Kobi. Znaczy to, co ja gram, to aktualnie jest remaster, który dodatkowo ma właśnie języki polski, w tym między innymi i tak dalej. Bo dawali to, jak miałeś na Steamie normalną wersję, dawali właśnie wersję remastered tak samo dla właścicieli. Fajna rzecz swoją drogą, naprawdę. I co jest szokujące, że wiecie, że 8 dni temu wyszedł patch do tej gry. Powaga. 4 kwietnia.